Good morning. Well, I just went through this weird, just I don't know what you'd call it, like an emotional restriction. It's odd how we can build something up in our minds to the way that we expect it to go, how we'd like to perform. And then when it comes to it, some little piece of fear or anxiety or judgment can just insert itself and just completely derail our intentions. It's just an odd thing to notice. I think what I've been trying to do is sit with my thoughts and feelings and try and understand or dissect the emotional response that I can feel that I have either in my brain or even just within my body. I think pausing to really question those emotions is probably it's important to do. It's just such an odd reaction to witness from the outside. Man, guys, my hair's fucked. I had journaled earlier this morning and I kind of wanted to read it really quickly. Because it was just, I don't know, some things hit home. So I said it's good to sit with these feelings and emotions and question them, really looking inside each one to begin to understand why that thought triggered those emotions and that chemical response. So I can see, when I think of her, an emotion of fear and some sadness does come up. But working to calmly assess those feelings, I can come to understand that the chemical response I feel is just an activation in order to jolt my nervous system into some sort of reaction. What's really true then is that I could choose to disconnect those two. My memory doesn't always require an emotional response. I can have the memory of what was, what happened, or whatever the case is, and know that the memory can just be a memory without a feeling. In turn, it can just be a useful lesson, a reminder. It's my nervous system in charge of choosing the response. So therefore, if I actually am in control of my emotions, then I can know how I'm responding is my responsibility. Now, when I think of her or whoever, I can look into that memory and be objective without choosing to release a chemical emotion and have an inappropriate response. All emotions are chemical emotions. And if you can control the release of those chemicals, you can control the narrative and the outcome. It's going to take practice, but when you visit those places or moments that trigger your memory, pause and look at the memory without creating an emotional release. Then, fear, anxiety, panic, and anger no longer have strength and control. But same goes for this instance. When I wanted to start off a minute and a half before with just reading that and going into something that I wanted to talk about, but this little insert of fear or an emotion prevented me from doing that. And I think we do that all the time. All the time are we standing in our own way of what we really want to do and how we really want to behave, for fear of judgment, for fear of lacking, for feeling like we don't belong, or whatever the case is. Pause and notice how much you stand in your own way every single second of the day. I'm going to leave it there because we're at 5 minutes, but I think I'll talk more about this tomorrow. Alrighty, have a good day.